For sure. We just about to cook, nigga. What's cracking, folks? You know who it is. It's your man Arthur Kelly, aka Mr. Exticulary, and we back with another episode of the Grand Tavern. But today, it's story time. For those of you who know me for real, y'all know that, you know, I never had a real deep relationship with my mother. Because of different reasons, you know, she left us at a young age. Literally, you know, straight went to the grocery store, didn't come back, get that a couple times type shit. So, past 2 years, I moved to LA. I was living in San Pedro for a little bit. And, you know, I got my daughter and shit. And where I was living at was not, you know, suitable for a child. So, I'm like, dang, what can I do? Like, how can I make this work? And my sister was like, you know, you could tap it with your mom. And I'm like, come on, bro. I'm not doing that. And then she, you know, just convinced me, you know, she said she got an apartment out in Long Beach, 2-bedroom, this, that, and the third. I tapped in with my mom. She was like, yeah, that would be nice. You know, she never met my daughter before, nothing like that. So she was like, yeah, that'll be nice. I get to meet my granddaughter and we could, you know, make some memories and stuff. And I figure, you know, I'm older now and I'm a little bit more forgiving. I had talked to one of my friends, Callie J. If y'all seen last 2 episodes of the Grand Tavern, you met Callie J. And he said something that was very profound to me when I asked him how did he forgive his mother, because she had the same type of transgressions against him that my mom had against me. Callie J was like, at some point I just realized that we live our own lives, and who's to say that I would have made any different decision if I was in my mom's position? And that shit just really sat with me. And I was like, damn, that's true. So I figured I'd give my mom another chance. And also, who am I to keep my daughter from having a relationship with her mom? I mean, with her grandma. There we go, there go the knife I need. So I called my mom, she said, yeah, it's good, come through. So I was staying with my mom Wednesday through Saturday with the baby. While I was here, I was trying to understand different things about myself from learning things about her. Anybody who knows now that have been here before, they know that my mom is an artist. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm an artist. Her whole house is pretty much decorated by her. Anything on the wall, anything's in the bathroom, she created. You know, so I got in, I'm like, wow, this is dope. I'm starting to figure out, like, where I get my creative side from, because my daddy ain't a creative nigga, that's just that. Even the way she does things, like, the way she goes about things, I'm figuring out things about myself, and I'm like, this is a cool experience, I'm glad I did this. So, whatever happens at the crib I was at, and everybody had to leave, so my mom said I could stay with her full time. She said till November, so that was my plan. So I moved in about 5 months ago, full time. And at this time, you know, my mom is well known in her neighborhood. Everybody knows her for walking up and down Anaheim. She's 63 years old, but she looked real young. You know, she, you know, got a good soul. She's here to have a good time. People like her. She likes to drink, you know, so she wake up, have a drink. You feel me? At the end of the night, she'll have a drink. I might have a drink with her, you feel me? You know how that go. Yeah, we just getting to know one another, having a good time together, and filling each other out. And July 4th, I went to the beach, and we were hanging out for the 4th of July. My mom stayed home. And the next morning, July 5th, she woke up and she couldn't walk. Mind you, my mom walked everywhere. You know what I'm saying? She do everything herself. But this particular morning, she couldn't move out the bed. So she just figured it was a pinched nerve. You know, she tried to sleep it off. Woke up the next morning, same thing, couldn't move. And now she's getting pretty frustrated because she don't sit down. So I'm like, hey, maybe you need to go to the doctor or to the hospital. You know how old people be, especially old black people, they don't want to do it. So she didn't do it, you feel me? So it was a whole week that she was like that. I finally made her go to the hospital. They had to come upstairs and get her. And she was embarrassed, so she didn't, you know, she didn't really like that. But when she went to the hospital, nobody took her blood test. Nobody took her pee test. Nobody gave her a CAT scan, nothing. They pretty much just took it for a pinched nerve because that's what she was telling them that she had. And that's what all her neighbors or people around her were telling her that she had. The ignorant fools who live in the building she lives in kept telling her it's just a pinched nerve. So finally, after a week after going to the hospital, she went to the hospital and came back, and she was still injured. They only gave her some ibuprofen, so she still wasn't being able to move or anything like that. So I set her on the couch, and she was on the couch for about a whole week, still in the same condition. And mind you, my mom liked to do it up. She liked to do her hair, she liked to do her makeup, she liked to get down, she liked to be outside, you know, she liked to do her own thing, she don't like to be waited on or anything like that. So she getting frustrated at this point. So I told her, hey man, just because everybody's saying it's a pinched nerve, you gotta understand that there's more things in your back than just your back, you know. So I said maybe it could be a kidney thing. Obviously she don't want to hear that. No, it's not a kidney thing. Don't say that, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm just keeping it real with you. And so I made her go to the hospital again. They came, got her again. Had to take her down the stairs. We got there, and this time I sat there with her. You feel me? I made them do the blood test. I made them do the piss test. I made them do the CAT scan. You feel me? So finally the doctor came back and they said, we got your test back, and you do have a really bad kidney infection. And so with that being said, that's why she couldn't walk. You feel me? So nigga, I can't. I'm trying to tell the story, nigga. I can't even tell the story. Nigga over here talking on live. Look at this nigga, bro. Look at him. Look. Put him on the camera, bro.
My bad. I was bored, bro. So I didn't talk to somebody. Always answering their phone and shit. So I was like,
this nigga over here. Anyways, they sent her home with the proper medications, and so she started getting better to the point where she could, you know, be on one crutch. Mind you, while she's on the couch and in her bedroom, she can't move. So I'm having to change her piss and change her shit. You feel me? And I'm new to this. Me and my mom are new to each other. So this is an awkward situation at this point. But, you know, I'm thrown into it, so I'm going to do it. You feel me? She finally got better to the point where she could go to the bathroom by herself and shit like that. And she could take a shower and stuff by herself, which was cool. So on the 10th of August, I threw my pop-up, right? I threw my first pop-up out here in Long Beach. And my mom was excited about it. She helped me make signs and this, that, and the third. So that morning, I woke up. She was sitting in the living room. She was chilling on the couch. You feel me? Her friends was chilling on the couch. Mind you, it's her, it's my mom, the neighbor, Wendy, and my mom's friend, Peaches, some white lady. You feel me? Named Peaches. I leave. It's around 11:30. I pull up again at 3 because I forgot something at the crib. Pop-up started at 4. So I got here. My mom's phone is on the table, but my mom not here. Mind you, my mom can't walk at this time. She's still on one crutch. I'm having to take her up and down the stairs just to go to physical therapy. So there's no reason she shouldn't still be on the couch. But I figure she feeling good, you know what I'm saying? She was a little depressed before, but now she doing better. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna take it for that. But it was weird because her phone was on the table and her purse, or this bag that she had, was on the couch. And her keys was in the purse on the couch. And so I'm like, okay, whatever, she might be next door with her friend, Wendy. So I just leave, I go back to the beach, cook my shit up. After around 11 o'clock, everything's over, I get back to the crib. She's still not there. And that's kind of weird, because like I said, she can't walk by herself, she can't do nothing by herself, so why she ain't at the crib? At 11:30 at least. So when I get back to the crib, the neighbor come up to me and is like, hey, have you heard about your mom? Or have you heard from your mom? What's happening with your mom? And I'm like, I don't know. I left her with you. Last time I see my mom, she was with you. What you mean? Like, what? You should tell me what's going on with my mom. I just got here. You feel me? So she was like, oh, we took her to the smoke shop and her eyes rolled to the back of her head and somebody called the police or the ambulance. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So my mom's in the hospital. She said, I don't know. Somebody called the ambulance, so she should be there. So I called my sister, and my sister's like, yeah, I've been looking for her. Peaches called me and told me that she was sent to the hospital. So I called, but nobody at the hospital took her in. So I called the fire department. Nobody in the fire department took her in. So at this point, me and my sister like, okay, this is kind of weird, but not weird because like I told you before, my mom used to be leaving and shit. So we figured this one of her disappearing acts maybe because she was, you know, sad and depressed that she just want to, you know, disappear, go do a little thing, you know what I'm saying, do a little drugs, disappear type shit for a little bit. So we like, all right, whatever, we just gonna go to sleep. And I was going to the Bay Area the next morning. So I still took my plane ride to the Bay Area. When I landed, my sister hit me like, hey, we found her. She's in the ICU at St. Mary's in Long Beach. I said, well, how come, you know, they said they didn't know where she was earlier? They said because she was Jane Doe. So whoever called the ambulance just called the ambulance and left, you know, and sat her in the back of the car. So I'm like, okay, well, why is she in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? She's like, I'll let you know when I get there. I'm on the way. So she hits me back an hour later, and she's like, she OD'd. So she brain dead. So she's non-responsive, and they got her on the tube. So I'm like, she OD'd, and nobody know what it is of yet. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming back the next morning. So the next morning, on my way, getting ready, actually, on my way back, I'm getting ready to go to the airport. My brother hits me. He's my young brother, but not my youngest brother, right? So he's like, hey, do you have anything of importance inside the crib? Because our youngest brother, Brenton, broke in and stole some shit. And I'm like, if anything of value being stolen, it's my shit. Because if you come in Lenny's crib and try to steal anything, all you gonna get is some arts and crafts shit. All she did was arts and crafts. Niggas ain't coming in, there's still no colored pencils and crayons and shit like that. So I knew immediately nigga came to get my computer. But it's weird because this is like literally 12 hours after our mom is in the hospital. You know what I'm saying, brain dead and shit. So I get on the plane. As soon as I land at LAX, I hit my sister Jazz, let her know I'm back. She like, hey, I don't know if you want to go over there by yourself, because I don't know if Brenton broke in to stay, or if he broke in and just stole shit. She was like, yeah, I pulled up, but I didn't go inside because I got my son with me, and I didn't know if he was in there, what kind of timing he would be on. So I looked to see if there was any movement, but there was no movement. So I just kept going. And so that in general just pissed me off, because I'm like, man, who the fuck is this nigga to be scaring my sister? Like, what the fuck, who do we think he is? Nigga not even allowed in the house because he be stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? He known thief, junkie ass nigga. Why would he think he could just move and do shit when my mom is on the table? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. I stop, you know what I'm saying? I grab my cousin, we slide. As soon as I get to the crib, I walk upstairs, I see my window busted wide open. Shit turned upside down, you feel me? Going there, all my shit missing. Definitely my computer. Definitely things that are valuable and very important to me was missing. So at that point, the next thing I do is go to the neighbor house, because the neighbor the one who called my sister to say, hey, somebody broke into your crib and I think it was your brother. So I went and I asked her, you know, what's going on? Like, last time I seen my mom, she was with you, and now she on the table, brain dead. And my shit broken into, and my computer gone. What the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, I don't know nothing. Well, first of all, when I got to the crib, when I went to her house and knocked on the door, she told me to come to the window. Mind you, she was all up in my mom's house and shit like that. She gonna tell me to come to the window. Fishy. No, that's suspect. Why would I come to the window? You feel me? I said, you gonna have to open this door. You know something. You feel me? You gonna have to start talking. I don't know nothing. I don't know this. You know what I'm saying? You know, I lightweight have to get loud, turn up a little bit. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta do that. And then finally she was like, just talk to your brother. Talk to your brother. That's all I know. Talk to your brother. So I'm like, all right, cool. I said, that's that. Closed the door. We went downstairs. As soon as I get in the car, guess who I see walking down the street? With some keys in his hand. If you guess Brenton, you're right. This nigga Brenton walking down the street with these keys in his hand, my mom's keys that was in her purse. Walking right past me like he don't see me, walk straight to the mailbox. I said, Brenton, what's up, bro? You heard about mom? Like, what's going on? He like, huh? I said, bro, you don't know me, nigga? Like, it's me, it's Arthur, nigga, your brother. I'm like, what's going on with Laney? He like, oh, I don't know, I don't know about that. He said, I'm just here to get some mail. I said, you here to get some mail, nigga, but your mom in the hospital bed, laying up, brain dead. Mail is cool and all, but nigga. He like, I don't know, but I need to get this mail. So he keep opening the fucking mailbox. I'm like, bro, listen to me. You must not understand what I'm saying. So I slap the mail out his hand, take his phone, and throw them motherfuckers. I'm like, bro, we need to talk, man. I got shit missing. Your mama laying brain dead. Somebody broke in the crib, bro. You know anything? Like, what's going on here? I don't know about nothing. I'm like, all right, bro. You finna have to come upstairs with me, bro. So, take him upstairs. And take him in the house, pretty much. And I'm talking to him. Telling him, you know, what's going on. And if you know anything about my computer and all this stuff. I told him that Wendy told me that you took it. So then I bring him to Wendy so they can talk together. And they just yelling at each other and shit. And then Wendy proceeds to ask him, where did you get the keys from? And then she closed her door. And I said, that's right. So I took Brenton inside. I said, Brenton, where'd you get the keys from, bro? It's just not making sense. He said, Peaches gave me the keys. I said, oh shit. Peaches gave you the keys. How did Peaches get the keys? I don't know. I said, take me to Peaches then. We can all figure this out together. We get to Peaches' crib, bro. Peaches live like right up the street a little bit. Not that far, 'cause she used to ride a bike over here, so obviously it makes sense that it's not that far. She got a big ass gate in front of her apartment. Me and my cousin tried to jump it, but you know, I wasn't able to do that shit that day. So I told Brenton, go in there and get Peaches. But make sure you open the door first when you hop the gate, so we can go get her together. And he like, alright. I said, you better open the door though. Obviously, nigga don't open the door. He runs straight to Peach's apartment. So we out there for like a couple minutes. Cuz I'm like, damn, bro, he in there for a long time. We gotta get to it. So luckily the neighbor opened the door for us. After the neighbor opened the door for us, we go straight to Peach's crib. Here come Peaches and Brenton. And I'm telling Peaches the same thing. You feel me? Last time I see my mom, she was with you. Now she's nowhere to be found. Well, she is to be found, nigga, in the hospital bed, laying brain dead. And my shit missing. So what's the deal? She claims she don't know nothing either. So I tell Brenton like this, Brenton, you gonna be responsible for this then. Because, you know, I'm not gonna hold these old ladies right now responsible for them taking my shit. You the only man here that's gonna be able to handle this. So you know what I'm saying? I have to give him that ooh-wop. You feel me? Then we'll let him go. I told him I don't ever want to see him again till I have my shit. But I knew that he was so distracted by the mail and by them phones he had that I knew that he really needed them, so I figured he was gonna be back around. So no sooner than 15 minutes that I left, nigga, I go straight back to the crib. Brenton is already pulling up to the crib, looking for that mail, looking for his phones and shit. So I'm like, Brenton, you must not understand, bro. So come with me, bro. So I take him to the hospital to see his mom. You feel me? Because obviously you don't understand, like, you don't know that your mom is dying right now. So I take him to go see her. He start crying and stuff after he get there, see her with the tubes and everything in her. And then he says he might know some stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, tell me what you might know. He said, well, I might know where your computer is. And I might be able to get it back for you. I'll see. And I heard Laney got some bad stuff from some niggas from this, that, and the third, named this, that, and the third. I'm like, wow, bro, you know a lot of shit for a nigga who don't know nothing. So dropped him off somewhere in the middle of where we both were staying, and I told him same thing. Don't let me see you again until I get my shit. This nigga, we actually go out to eat or do whatever, and then we actually walking downtown. I don't know what we do, but we kicking it for about 2 hours after, me and my cousin. And then my brother pull up and my other cousin pull up. And then we decided to go back to the crib. When I get into the crib, bruh, guess who is in my crib? If you guess Brenton, you're right. This nigga was in my crib, sitting on the thing, drinking orange soda and eating snack, right? Nigga, I said, bruh, I know you got my stuff. Ain't no way you sitting here and you ain't got my shit, bruh. He said, yeah, I do. I said, where is it? He said, it's in the room. I said, go get it. He said, you go get it. I said, nigga, what? Bitch, go get my shit right now. Nigga sent them in the room. Said, here it go, and your PlayStation right there. So, I said, tell me this then, bro. Who took it, bro? Where'd you find it at? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't take it though. I said, all right, well, who had it then? Where'd you get it from? How'd you retrieve it, you know? I don't know. I said, all right, bro. You're finna piss me off. At that point, you know, kind of just got upset because he was trying to make it seem like my shit was already there. Like, I don't know where I leave my shit. So I told him, bro, don't try to play me like I'm stupid, bro. I know exactly where I sit my laptop every day, and I know where the fuck my PlayStation was when I left. He got one more time. He proceeds to say he doesn't know again. That's what I must have lost it. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to do it a couple times, you feel me? Just to let him know, nigga, I'm not the one to play with. Kicked him in his ass, kicked him out the crib. Stripped him of his backpack he had on him. After I go through his backpack that we stripped him of, I find a letter in there. One, I find a credit card. Obviously, that's what he was looking for. That was in the mail. That wasn't in his name. They had it sent to my mom's house. That's whatever. But the next thing I find is an AARP letter, life insurance, addressed to my mom, but sent to Peach's address. And that shit was very odd, because why would my mom inquire about life insurance but have it sent to Peach's address? Oh, you know what else Brenton admitted to after he saw his mom? He said that he know that Peaches and my mom's ex lives together in that house. And my mom and her ex went through some crazy shit. I never met the dude, but I've heard stories my mom tell me about crazy shit they've been through in this apartment. But now he lives with Peaches. And Brenton stays there too, every now and then. So, Why would my mom have anything sent to that address? Especially an inquiry about some life insurance for her. My mom didn't even give a fuck about no life insurance. You know, so it was for like $150,000, something like that, an inquiry, and let them know that they could pick certain plans to pay $38 a month or $22 a month, this, that, and the third. It's just very fishy to me. Niggas trying to figure out what happened. Because if nothing happened, if nobody is responsible for a death, why did someone Jane Doe her? And why, if we all taking drugs, why I'm the only one that died? Huh? How come you ain't died? You know, people get into a lot of things, but you know when something fishy is at hand. And I don't care if she did drugs or whatever she was into. I know she was doing it for 63 years and she been cool off overdosing. And I do know that if I do anything with my friends, we all doing it together. And if we all don't do it, if something happens to me, they're gonna call the ambulance and say, hey, this is Arthur Kelly, this is the information I know about him, and he needs help. When you don't do that, it's fishy. When your mom is in the hospital, brain dead, you're not even allowed in the house, but you show up on her block with her keys the day after she's admitted and break into the crib, fishy. Talking about you got letters and mail that you're looking for. It's very fishy. So my question is, who killed Laney? Who killed Laney?